Hello, everyone. My name is Mike Moran. I'm the author of the Believers novel trilogy series. We are currently reading chapters from book one. Today, we're going to do chapter 18, Calm Before the Storm. I'm going to share my screen so you can see exactly what's going on. All right, here we go. Chapter 18, Calm Before the Storm. Cynthia and the Millers picked up Jerry from the police academy and ate a home-cooked meal. They talked about everything that happened during the training. Jerry shared stories, and his father made jokes about how he would have taken down Jerry on the obstacle course if he were younger. Jerry's excitement about training made his mother nervous, but he comforted her and promised to be safe. She knew Jerry would be a great cop, but a good mother always worries about her son. Cynthia enjoyed the night, but did not say much. Jerry had not seen his parents in a month, and she did not want to interfere. She watched, smiled, and stayed by Jerry's side, enjoying the fact that he was back home. She also wondered how much he had learned at the academy. He obviously improved his combat skills. However, did he acquire life skills or anything else? Was fighting the only thing he learned? Ultimately, she was scared of Jerry leaping into battle and losing himself in the process. Jerry noticed how quiet Cynthia had been last evening. He decided to wake up early and visit her. While driving to Cynthia's house, Jerry received a phone call from an old friend. Yo, Jerry, how's everything going? Great. How about you, Ryan? Pretty well. I heard you're becoming a cop. How'd you find out? Jerry asked. You weren't picking up your phone, so I dropped by your parents' house and they told me all about it. My bad, Ryan. I should have told you. I wasn't allowed to use my phone during police training. Don't worry about it, Ryan replied. I've been pretty busy myself. Really? What have you been up to? You know me. Play hard, party hard. Anything else? Jerry asked. Well, I'm joining a fraternity and starting to get into this business program for college. If I play my cards right, I might have some great connections and a job when I graduate. That's great, Ryan. Thanks, Ranger. Anyway, I gotta go. Call me up sometime and we'll hang out. For sure, Ryan. Catch you later. Peace. Jerry arrived at Cynthia's house, got out of the car, and knocked on the front door. But nobody answered. Her car was on the driveway, so he knew she was at home. He also knew that she could see and hear his car pull up to the house. He closed his eyes and concentrated for a moment, and then a tear rolled down his right cheek. He could feel Cynthia's emotions. She was crying. Jerry became worried and desperately wanted to go in and see her, but the front door was locked. He did not want to break a window or do anything drastic, so he started thinking about his powers. He knew he could shoot fireballs and channel cold energy, but could he transform himself into energy? Jerry closed his eyes and concentrated on different types of energy. He had trouble figuring out what to do because he knew fire and other elements might be dangerous and destroy the door. He eventually thought about the properties of sunlight. It can harmlessly pass through windows and cracks and even help plants to thrive. Jerry began thinking deeply about sunlight, feeling it inside and out, until his body began to transform. He felt his skin and bones mutating into pure energy. After he fully transformed into energy, he phased through the locked front door. Once inside Cynthia's home, he automatically changed back to his normal self and walked up to her bedroom door. He knocked and asked, Cynthia, are you okay? Jerry, what are you doing here? I was worried about you, Jerry replied. Why? Last night you didn't talk much. So what? Cynthia asked in an annoyed tone. I thought maybe something was bothering you. You barged into my house without calling first, so yes, I'm a bit bothered. Sorry, Jerry apologized, but I knocked on the door and you didn't answer. So you decided to use your powers and come in anyway? Cynthia replied. What if my mom had been home? You're right. I'm sorry, but I knew something was wrong. Nothing's wrong, Jerry. I was just busy. Cynthia, you were crying. What? How did you? Cynthia swung open the door with a wild look and said, "Is that another cool power you learned? Did you read my mind or something?" No, I didn't mean to. Yes, you did. You're taking every chance you get to test your powers, and it's not right, Cynthia yelled. What are you talking about? Jerry asked in a surprised tone. A month ago, you never wanted to use your powers. You regretted playing sports and going to a party because you didn't want any attention. And now all you want to do is fight, train, and become a cop? I thought you were okay with all this. I am, Cynthia screamed accidentally. At least I thought I was. But everything's changing so fast. You're changing, and hey, I'm still the same guy you met in high school. Are you, Jerry? The old Jerry loved school, family, friends, and me. I still do, and always will. Then why didn't you see me during training? Cynthia asked, emotionally. You were supposed to visit 2 or 3 nights a week. I was busy studying, and you visited me once to help you study for tests. What about everything else? Jerry remained silent, feeling guilty about not visiting her often. I'm scared, Cynthia admitted. I know you want to be a hero because you're a good person, but I'm scared of losing you. You're never going to lose me, Jerry said comfortingly. Cynthia shook her head and said, You talked about armored men trying to hurt you with grenades, bullets, and taser guns. What if something real bad happens to you? I promise I'll be safe. Even if you play it safe and master your powers, I'm afraid you'll become a different person and forget what makes you special. I don't care if you can stop bullets or shoot lasers out of your eyes. I love you for your heart. Jerry felt terrible and instantly embraced her. He'd been so busy training that he forgot how much Cynthia and his parents were worrying about him. Being a hero might be his dream, but Cynthia and his family were a reality. They had always been and would always be his number one priority. Jerry forgot that for a moment, and it scared him. Embracing Cynthia reminded him of everything that mattered most. Jerry's phone started ringing. It was Captain Grimes. Jerry picked up and quickly said, I'm sorry, sir. I need another day. I'll call you tomorrow. He turned his phone off and put it in his pocket. He looked into Cynthia's eyes and said, Today is ours. Then he kissed her, and her hair slowly rose up into the air, a side effect of Jerry's intense motions and energy. After a moment, she felt it and smiled with amazement. They spent the whole day together. They watched TV, went to a nearby park, had a picnic, and watched a movie later in the evening. They even hung out with Cynthia's mother for a short while. She worked a lot and often came home feeling tired late at night, but she did enjoy seeing Jerry and her daughter happy together. At the end of the night, Jerry was getting ready to go home, and Cynthia said, Wait a second. What's up? Jerry asked. I want you to show me something. What do you mean? Your powers. I want to feel what you feel. I want to understand you better. I thought you didn't want me to use my powers, Jerry said suspiciously. Yeah, but I just want something to remember you by, in case I don't see you for a while. That won't happen again, I promise. I'll see you more often for sure. Yeah, but just in case, Cynthia insisted. Okay, just relax and take a deep breath. Jerry closed his eyes, held her close, and sent a harmless surge of energy through her body. She lightly glowed for a moment, feeling warm and safe. She felt she was standing outside on a beautiful sunny day. She also felt energized and empowered, ready to take on the world. She looked at Jerry and asked, Do you feel like this all the time? Only when I'm with you, he replied. Cynthia's heart melted. She smiled and kissed him softly. Good night, Jerry. Good night, Cynthia. Jerry walked to his car and drove home. He gave his parents a hearty hug and thanked them for everything. They seemed confused, but happy. Then he brushed his teeth and went to sleep. All right, that's it. Chapter 18 is done. I hope you all enjoyed it. Hopefully, the next video, I'll see you all for chapter 19. Thank you all very much.